Actually, masturbate.
The Foxo is caffeinated the fuck up.
Corsica.
So. Nope, never mind. I don't remember where we left off.
We had convinced the slime to get into a container. Container was suspended in the air, and I don't remember what else we were gonna do.
Jade was watching the black box.
Right.
I only got I in my free time that I haven't been on with you guys or at work. I've only been able to watch the first episode of that.
Okay, so you got past episode 0, huh?
Yeah.
What did you send them? Some old session shit?
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
5 sessions. It won't take them forever to get through it all. But it's
For like 10
enough
hours.
content for them to be like, okay, this is gonna take me a couple of weeks.
Oh my goodness. Alright, oh, I don't remember what we
At
were
least I've
doing.
got some names.
I don't remember what was going on. I help. My brain doesn't work.
Also, is out of character. Is Mr. Venorium related to Mr. Zenorium?
There could be only one.
Foxo?
Hmm.
Mr. Williams, Wonders Emporium, Magic and No! Stop! Amazon, why?
Oh, there goes a cop car. Did you hear me, Foxo?
Yeah, I heard.
Okay.
Foxo actively choosing not to respond.
Exactly.
As it should
So what's
be.
the purple circle on the yellow background flag now?
Oh, that's part of the Why Can't You Just Be Gay collection from Twitter.
Jesus.
Oh, also, I'll send another one that I'm gonna add Shadow in.
What?
Here you go. I'm adding you in
Well,
two of my recent posts.
I'll have to look at it when I get home.
No, look at it now. Risk your life and take it
I-
now.
I'll give you
No,
a fight.
What?
Reasons Bonnie was married.
How are you this fine when you're slime? Fuck you, that's how. Magnetic slime. Shut up. No. Oh god. I'm awake. Kind of.
Also, my computer's audio is kerfuckled. I don't know what's going on with it.
Future driver.
Yeah, probably that. I should probably update all mine too.
Yep.
Oh, I don't wanna.
Once every other
I-
month.
You can ask the Foxo about last night.
No. Wait,
And no,
Oh,
we
yeah.
weren't being total degens.
you were being absolute degens without safe for work models playing the dong.
Nah.
No. Only for like an hour or two.
Yeah, and then we were
Yeah.
shooting each other.
Ah, see, so you were more jarring and being whores. Ha 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 ha.
I'm not a cheap whore, I'm an affordable slut.
Right?
Yeah.
We're about to learn there's between a cheap whore and an affordable slut.
So one
Well,
of
what Satsu want?
our work leader, which is kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it. Like, almost like a glorified secretary is the best way I can put it. They do jobs, but they also help take care of paperwork. He was going through and looking at some shit, just like, God, put so many work hours, 2,500 work hours to this fucking project, and just how expensive that is. I'm like, we ain't cheap whores. Making that government money.
Holy fuck, these are like actual mob bosses. That's
When-
Alphonse.
When the government wants to give you money, you mean?
Pretty good at that.
Uncle-
The civilians are pretty well embedded.
Well, Uncle Sam, he'll sure as hell get his cut, but he's hesitant to give you your cut.
True.
I mean,
We
yeah,
made a country because of that.
that's kind of the way it is with the VA office, too.
Yeah.
They'll help you out in any way they can, and they're going to take it right back.
Pretty sure we made a country because of that sort of shit.
Alright. I think Lizard will return to trying to do the runes. Yes, this is good. Start a
Alright.
fire with the runes. I mean, don't start a fire with the runes. Well, they were gonna practice them and write them down and shit. Like, hey, look at me. I learned a thing.
Alright, go ahead and give yourself a +1 with rune crafting success. For every, say, hour spend doing that. Now that you're actually getting more familiar with what does what instead of just the, you know, this hasn't exploded yet, let's keep doing this kind of methodology.
Good idea.
Raven and Jade, I believe you two were next to each other. Because
Yeah.
Raven really doesn't want to go home and Jade was concerned for Burb.
Yeah. Jade is trying to comfort Burb.
Just,
Hey, come on. It can't be that bad.
Nope. And I don't want to explain why, and you're not gonna see why. Just do me a favor and don't mention it. If you end up going, don't mention that I'm there. You don't know me. I'm
Okay. She's gonna give him a soft hug.
We
Just gives like leans against us. There, you can kind of tell they're mentally kerfuckered right at the moment, just panicky.
How about this? When we get there, you don't really have to do anything. Just stay, keep your head low, let us do all the talking, and
I'm not. You misunderstand. I'm not leaving the ship.
That's what I mean. Just keep your head low. Don't go nowhere. Just I'll teach you how to play some games on my laptop while we're gone.
You can show them how to play Minecraft too. They'll be entertained for actually days.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, I'll show you how to. I'll show you how to play a game so that when we do get to your home planet, you can just stay on here and keep yourself entertained.
This is a good idea.
What makes
She
Minecraft
is
2
going
so
to-
special? It uses microblocks.
Oh.
It's all voxel based.
No.
It's a voxel game.
Well, actually, yeah, Minecraft is a voxel game. Never mind. It was one of the first successful voxel games.
Because voxels were janky as fuck, because they were always trying to do like, hey, let's do sizes within sizes and shapes within shapes, and then they just went, how about voxel is big?
How about voxel is cube? Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of cool stuff with voxels, you just have to create a mesh first before turning it into a voxel. If you try to make a mesh out of voxels, it ends up looking blocky.
But anyway, Jade's gonna take Raven to the quarters, pull up her laptop, make sure it's plugged in so the battery doesn't die, and teach him how to play Minecraft too. At least show him the basics, and let him figure everything else out by himself.
I'll be right back.
It's got a pretty good tutorial, but you know, it still doesn't tell you that the first thing you should do is punch a tree.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
And that's okay. So the first thing when you get in, you're going to need materials. You're going to come over to a tree, hit this button, and punch the tree until it falls over.
I don't
Oh.
think I want to do that. Oh, come on.
What?
It'll be a blast.
Wouldn't that hurt?
Nah, you'll be fine.
This game does not seem to be based in reality, but
Most video games are not based in reality.
yeah, that's gonna be a weird one for Raven. They didn't ever really sit down to do video games.
Did they have video games on this planet?
Oh, they have them. It's not one of those things that came up for them.
Yeah. So I will be back in a minute. I gotta run into the store and grab something.
Alright.
Well, there is Gremlin tippery tappering at a computer then.
Tipper, tapper, tapper, tapper.
Yeah.
Alright. The drop shuttle we dock with the station, and it will have brought up another load of supplies, which will be hauled off various locations as needed. Alright, what's Ivy? We all know what Ivy's doing. What's Vivian up to?
That's a good question. What is the big giant cat with the giant paws up to?
Okay, I have a drink now.
Oh, just good.
Okay, so Jade is showing Raven how to play a game. Vitroon is studying something.
Runes.
Runes. Yes, thought so.
They're still only like halfway through their advanced AI book, but now that can wait.
True.
Let's see, what was Vivian doing? Oh, what did I have her do? Oh, I don't remember. All I remember is the last time I had to run off to eat dinner because I was... Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. Oh, let me see. I didn't write a note about that, but I can at least poke at her thing and see if that works for me.
I am back.
Yay.
I told you to be real quick.
Right.
So I guess Vivian's gonna find a nice warm spot to sunbathe.
I suppose she could do that, but I thought I had something in mind for her to do. Well, I don't know. I guess that would be something that she would be very likely to do. So I think we will have her do that.
Alright.
Yes, that is what the dice say that she is interested in doing, is finding a warm spot. Again.
Okay. We're going to cycle through time. How long is Citroen going to be studying, and how long is Jade and Raven to be?
This one will give it a standard 2 or so hours of learning.
Alright, so +2.
Nice.
Jade was going to just teach Raven the basics, and then she was going to go and make sure that her battery pack was hooked up, and when she wore it, it actually fit right, so that when she did get into some combat, it wouldn't malfunction on her.
It's a little tight around the shoulders with the gun and everything loaded down, but it would be when you're carrying something like 40 pounds of gear.
Yeah.
It's still lighter than
This
standard
she is
kit,
used
huh?
to.
Standard kit
Yeah.
is 30, isn't it?
Yeah, standard kit can weigh between 40 to 70 pounds.
Oh, so it's gone up.
Yeah.
Or, I guess, is 30 the recommended, and then the Army's like, no, they can carry more.
They will carry more.
It could be more than 70, depending on what your mission is.
I remember. I was going to ask this a long time ago, but I kept forgetting. So the last battle they were in, how much experience did they get?
That's a good question. Nobody earned any experience.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, experienced thieves, murder them!
That's interesting.
But I feel like it sounds like experience isn't combat based, then it's going to be more like actually learning something.
No, experience is still combat-based. It's just the things that you killed didn't give you any experience. And
They weren't worth any.
They weren't a challenge.
well, I wouldn't say that. At the risk of giving away the secret, I will tell you that if killing things gives you experience and the things you killed didn't, then you didn't kill them.
I don't
missing
like this.
that.
This makes me mad. It's gross. It's squinchy.
Something tells me that the copies of ourselves are the key to killing them permanently.
There it is. I knew it would give away the secret.
Oh yeah, but the problem with making something like that is it can never bring the thing that's necessary to the continuation or completion of something, and then there's no point in having that. Plot hook.
But we still got some decent loot out of it.
I got like no good loot. I used Molotov.
Which I believe, was it Jade was carrying all of it?
Jade put it in a locker.
Oh, in a locker?
Yeah, all the ammo and stuff, but she kept the chef's knife. You never know when you're going to have to superheat something as insides with a pointy thing. Or an easy way to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
You think this?
That would ruin your grilled cheese, though.
Yeah, it would fuck up the bread. They tried that at somebody tried that at some point and just burned everything. Like straight to charcoal.
You know what? Good. I'll say. I don't know why, but good felt appropriate. Kiss my ass.
Good. I'm glad for you. I'm so happy.
But do you hate the floor?
I'm not crying, it's just raining.
Oh no, I'm fine.
I wonder, would Jade have any kind of police scanner? Like the Terran equivalent of a police scanner on her computer? Since she was in part of a gang?
It would have gotten ripped out when you got caught.
Yeah, okay. Just a physical piece of laptop missing.
Yeah, no, like literally a chunk of the back of your laptop has just been ripped off.
Yeah. Raven, if he decided to pick up the laptop, he'd probably see that missing piece.
At the moment, there is no deviousness that Bird wishes to apply to this situation.
Okay. He
You know
is
that,
enthralled in the game.
Yeah, they're also in that weird state of mind of, like that weird pressure you get, like kind of like back behind your nose, and your brain is kind of buzzing.
Yeah.
It's that combined
It's
with
called stress.
yeah, it's a fuck. It's extra spicy anxiety, but they're in a weird mental state of that, and well, that's kind of neat. They don't dare let themselves relax, as they know something is going to get fucked.
But Jade's less than legal applications are in a hidden icon that she made the icon. You know how you can make icons invisible on a screen.
Yeah.
That's what she did. She made it invisible and put it in a corner, away from all the other applications, so that no one accidentally clicks on it.
Why not just remove the shortcut?
Because Jade's lazy.
It's not a shortcut. It's a Linux OS. So the program icon you see is the actual program.
I don't know. Hey, buddy.
Sorry, Linux. It's fucking Apple. Apple does stupid shit with their computers. The desktop isn't actually the desktop. That's actually a representation of your hard drive. If you want to close something, you have to bring it to the front, then click the button. You can't just kind of click on the little button on the little quote-unquote window. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid operating system.
Yeah, it had some weird things to it.
It's not conducive to multitasking or speed of operation.
It's really not. It's not a particularly efficient system either.
Oh, it's really not. It's extremely clamped down on top of that. I'm not saying Windows is any better, but Windows is better.
Windows 10 is better. Windows 11 is arguably worse.
I'm not. Windows 11, I do like they trimmed some of the fat of 10, but they also added some weird shit.
Windows 7 forever.
Jared, on
seriously.
the laptop you sent me, is it Windows 11?
Yes, it auto updated.
Okay.
It's not terrible. It's just odd.
Strange.
Yeah, because it's still Windows 10. It's just got a different coat of paint.
Yeah. Because me and the Foxo tried to do something about my sound yesterday, and neither of us had any idea of what to do.
Yeah, I know what to do on Windows 10, but then Windows 11 is like, let's change that entire layout. I'm like, oh, great,
You should
thanks.
just be able to... It's all still there. It's just accessed differently. So if you know what you have to do, you can look up a guide on where it went. There's usually some very helpful YouTuber that's just like, oh yeah, it's right here.
Because...
Yeah, I could have
told
them
sound...
to use the search commands and open up a fucking prompt box, but, like, I didn't want to overwhelm them with, like, okay, you're gonna do / command program, open.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And don't misspell it, because you will delete System32.
Yeah,
what?
Right?
What?
Don't spell it incorrectly. We're creating a program here. It needs to know what you're doing, because it has to link up with some other shit that's going on.
Oh, no.
What do you mean we're creating a program? Don't worry, it'll go away. What do you mean it'll go away?
Coding.
Fucking starts using Linux commands.
Windows just
I'm
like
already doing Java.
wait.
Fuck off.
Java's a really good. From what I understand, Java's a pretty decent script, but
Everything
it also
runs on-
does not help you. If you fuck up, you fuck up.
Java's an alright scripting language. It's just not very supported anymore.
What about C++?
It's a shame.
C++ is going to be supported for the foreseeable future until someone decides to make Sharp.
Computer joke. Also, what about Python though? Python's kind of, there.
It's
From what I
kind of
understand,
in
it's
the
not bad.
same camp. It's got a couple of weird idiosyncrasies of its own, but at least it's supported in a lot of programs like Blender and game logic programs, as far as I'm aware. You can run Python scripts in like CAD softwares and like Unreal Engine, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think you used to actually be able to run Python in Godot as well, but Godot dropped all of the third-party programs to focus on like their own visual scripting thing that they have going on, which from what I hear is okay. I mean, it's just like any other visual scripting program.
It works.
It's there. You could do it a lot faster and easier with C++, but if you don't know anything about coding, it's faster.
Oh, well, question then. I think it's kind of along the line of Python. Isn't Lua? Fuck.
Lua would be.
I know
close.
Lua's like script stuff.
Yeah, it's closer to Java. If you've ever played Space Engineer, then you're probably familiar with Lua, because I think that's what they use for their coding in that game.
That and Papyrus, but I'm familiar with Lua and Papyrus for completely fucking different reasons.
Because of Skyrim loot, huh?
I have
Fuck you.
poked at, well, I learned C++ a very long time
You
ago,
in the
but I
background.
have poked at LSL, which is the really janky Linden scripting language for Second Life. You know what a switch statement is?
Oh yeah.
They don't have those.
Yep.
I'm at a bottom.
they definitely do not.
It's
But
like,
to be
if
fair,
else,
Second Life
if
is
else,
old.
If else, if God
Yeah.
fucking damn it.
If else, if then, if else, if else, if then.
What
Yeah.
is if else? That's not standard.
Well,
Yeah, you've
it's
got
like
if then, if
you do
else, if
something
not.
else, do this. If this, else do this. If this, else do this. Now
Oh,
change
it's saying if this, do something else. Okay.
Yeah. It's the
Okay.
if this is happening, then do this. If the then statement is not happening, then do this other thing.
Okay, that makes sense. That sounds actually pretty potent then.
Yeah, but a switch statement would be like, essentially streamlining that into like an if, and then you have like 30 different things. Else, the default response.
Yeah, I think I get that.
So
I never did take a computer logic class. I really should have.
I was trying to get some objects that I was scripting to do some stuff, and I was having to chain all these if statements together.
There's so much uncertainty.
The problem with scripting anything for Second Life is that every time it updates, you have to change your fucking script.
That's just bad. That sounds like bad base programming then.
Yeah.
Or core programming.
You can somehow still make money off of Second Life.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
nobody
still
wants to deal
looking
with the
sell
modding.
stuff in my stores. Usually it's like like some particle emitters or a few shapes.
And Facebook wants to claim it's the first metaverse. Fuck off.
It's
The
like
first one to call it the
I've beat 'em
metaverse,
by
though.
what, 15, 20 years?
Right? Fucking
I hate
VR chat
Facebook.
was
They need to
around
fucking
before
go.
they decided to enter the scene.
I'm just kind of fucking done with Facebook. They suck.
They really do.
I never started with Facebook. It just looks like a shit show.
I use them.
It
for
is.
gaming.
Not even dealing with the people, but the program itself is janky and slow. Their website is unoptimized as fuck. Nothing makes sense. They purposely make it confusing. It's just bad. And then they put crazy TOS on it.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, they're gonna like put cookies onto your machine that you can't get rid of until it turns off.
Yeah, that should be fucking illegal, because that's illegal modification of software. No, fuck them. Fuck that lizard piece of shit that owns them. Just, no.
No, didn't
Like,
you
he's not
hear
even
they're-
a good kind of lizard. He's just
they're-
a piece of shit.
They're a robot, don't you know?
Yeah, weird robot lizard.
Damn it, you beat me to it by like 1 second.
Wizard.
They're
you
being
will.
piloted by the Geico lizard.
He's tired of not making money on car insurance.
You know what really frustrates me about Facebook's whole advance into the VR scene? They claim that it's too difficult to put legs on avatars and have them move naturally.
They're just bad then.
Yeah. Meanwhile, several examples of VR games where just that is happening even without leg tracking, and then you could include leg tracking and make it even better. Oh, well, people aren't going to pay for leg tracking. It's 2 nodes. I'm pretty sure they can afford 2 nodes.
About $150 to $200 if you use the Vive trackers.
Yeah, but that's Vive.
$300.
There's way cheaper options now.
Yeah, Vive has nicer, from what I've seen, has a little bit smoother integration with Index than others, including Vive. Go figure.
A little bit, but
Looks
one
like
thing
it's
I don't
Vive.
understand is why they don't have like a slider you can adjust for how snappy it is to change from 2 positions, or at least have something in the program that looks at it and says, okay, they've been in this position for a while, I should probably stop animating them moving if they're gonna stay there, and then if suddenly they're tracking on the other side of the room, I probably shouldn't move them over there until they've been there for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, you could probably bump that into milliseconds. I bet you there's like a dead zone adjustment you could do, like third-party software kind of a thing.
Yeah, but there's not. I haven't heard any news about something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And then again, do you really want to get in the way of all that tracking data? That just slows everything down and makes it just like, oh.
Well, the main problem is there's only just now been a effort to try and harmonize the way that everything, interconnects. Because before recently, there was no incentive for any of these companies to make their software work with anyone else's hardware or vice versa. But now there's
Vive and
like,
Index started that.
yeah, well, funnily enough,
Kind of.
Facebook is the one that are at the head of trying to get everyone to work together on this, but they're just the biggest contributor monetary-wise. Pretty much, I would say like 80% of the VR and XR companies are working together to try and figure out a baseline standard cross-compatibility software of some variety so that everyone can play with everyone else and we don't gotta be like, oh, you're playing with the Vive, you can only play these games because they're on the Vive store, and oh, you have an Oculus, well, you can only play the Oculus game.
Yeah, well, I can understand hardware constraints, like in the case of the Oculus, because, it's smaller.
Well, yeah,
There's
but
not as much space for physical computational units.
at this point, they're all using the same hardware to take data. It's just, the processing ability is the only thing that's really different.
They should use Raspberry Pi.
Some of them are. Some of them are.
Modular and powerful.
Okay. Continue with the session.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sorry.
we should probably. We'll
I
just
give it-
call
I've given
that.
up on
Three.
We'll just call that
you're
Raven
not.
having
If
a
any of you were
conversation with some
sorry,
family
you would
members or
go on
something. I
about
don't
it.
know.
No, they were talking to the AI with a chat window.
Yeah, there you go. They were talking to.
They were talking to Jade's little VI in her computer.
Yeah, and then their VI got tackled by the Doki girl and dragged off screen.
Mhm.
Mama.
Yay,
I'll be
the
right back.
Yipping again.
Who knew AIs, or VIs being intelligent was attractive to other VIs?
I mean, Doki's not a normal VI.
No, they are not.
I don't think. I don't know if Jade's a VI is a normal VI neither. It might be.
It probably is.
Yeah.
What the captain has is based on a neural template. It's definitely not a normal VI.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's
Dwarf.
virtual intelligences, artificial intelligences, and then there's the cyborg collective, which is sort of like a half-step artificial humanity.
Mhm.
And there's one more that I can't remember off the top of my head that's part of the first contact. Digital intelligence, DSs, digital sentience. Those are much more like if you took the SUDS data that gets uploaded to the big core that's in the other universe and turned it into a physicalized form of nanites or hard light. Those are a lot more common than AIs are. AIs are scary because they follow their programming.
Yeah.
They follow it well.
So yeah, you got BIs, DSs, Cyborg Collective, and AIs. That's everything, yeah. I thought there was a fifth one, but there's not.
Ouch. My
Oh.
neck. I'm old. Damn it.
Ow, my old.
Exactly.
No, your leg either for the extra length causes issues.
So I
If
think
you-
I slept wrong a few days ago. I've had a crick in my neck ever since.
I do that sometimes. It sucks.
Sleeping
Oh,
wrong is
hey.
proof that it doesn't matter how many times you practice something, sometimes it just sucks.
Yep.
Time to sleep. This is a natural bodily function. Oh, if you don't do it right, you're fucked for the next week.
Time to go to sleep. 4 hours later. I said it's time to go to sleep!
Yes, exactly.
It's either 4 hours or 14 hours, and you wake up. What century is it?
Stay
You wake
awake
up,
for
you're
the
resting between
entire 12-hour night and the sun's coming up and you're like, no, fuck you, sleep!
Your body's just like, hey, no. Go good night. What? Yes, good night. Now, here's some Benadryl I saved in your cerebral spinal fluid for like 6 years. Go to sleep.
Remember that sequel you took 8 hours ago? It's active now.
What? Dead. Essentially death. It's just death, but a subscription service.
Alright, back on track.
Fuck. Sorry.
No, you're not. You wouldn't keep doing it. Okay, be goblins, but
Focus goblining.
It's like we all have ADHD.
well, there's only so much I can do until things have been progressed, and I'm too tired from always having to fucking herd cats. I'm gonna do my job.
Alright. So, Citron does that for 2 hours. Raven does their computer thing for 2 hours. Vivian was doing something.
I think we said that she fell asleep.
Yeah, they were sunbathing. There was the revelation that nobody actually got any XP, and the captain is helping to move some of the cargo that just arrived, and is loading up more drones into the drop pod.
After Jade is done configuring her suit, her battery pack and gun, she will put it down and help the captain with cargo, and then see about loading some more drones.
Alright, so just you and the captain. And Dave! Wait, no, Dave was only there for a couple of seconds, apparently. Why is Dave there?
Murder.
Honestly, yeah. That's probably where he's
just
going.
goes Newman by.
Yeah. Just pops out of the pneumatic mail service tube and is just like, hi, bye.
He's got work to do. Now off he goes.
So, Jade, are you settling in well with all the other crew members?
Jade, yeah. Me and the crew are getting along. Me and the rest are getting along really well. I taught Raven how to play Minecraft too, so when we go back to his planet and he doesn't want to get off the ship and do anything, he can keep himself entertained.
Oh. Wait, you thought I was being serious about that?
Hmm?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
we're like light months away from anything. Yeah, no, the next location we're going to is either a black hole or a pulsar, unless we can get more fuel into the space station. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of stations on the way that we might be able to go to, but they're kind of zoned, so if this station pops up, it's probably going to shoot back.
Probably, unless there's a way to contact them before we get there.
Not really. It's just sort of a, and we're here now. The captain makes a show of flagellating their arms around.
Not jazz handing.
No. And they aren't flailing either, because it's not an excited moment, it's more of a fluid, jiggly movement.
I see. Well, let's see. Has Vivian woken up from her nap? No.
It would be the shortest nap she's ever taken if it did.
It's like, you know how her rolls are. She's a cat. She gonna sleep.
What exactly does the station use for fuel?
It uses strange matter.
And how exactly do we get a hold of that?
Usually you find a neutron star and feed it a couple of solar systems, and then you mine it out of the core.
And I'm guessing there's not one of those nearby.
We could get to one, but we'd have to take all the material of this system with us.
And how do we do that?
Well, we could, well, squeeze it into cubes, glue it on the side, or we could
Good.
open up a wormhole. That would take a lot of energy.
Yeah, probably more than we'd get back if we actually do that.
Oh no, it'd be a net positive process. It's just kind of a pain in the ass to maintain.
Yeah. Wormholes don't exactly like to exist.
No, they don't. It'd be pretty obvious to anyone that was looking this direction too. It kind of causes this massive gravitational lensing effect.
It's like, hey, something fucky's going on over here.
That's why we don't use them. At least the Terrans don't
Yeah.
use them to get around. They're too obvious, easy to attack, easy to interdict anything moving through them.
Yeah. What about one of the stars here in this? That's close by. Can't we do anything with those?
Like those two brown dwarfs that are trying to fuse and keep throwing each other away.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of the idea once we got here. It's the easiest option. But they don't produce enough gravity to really create strange matter on their own. The most we'd be able to get out of them is some runs, which are alright. They're good enough to use in a fusion reactor. Get some helium-3 or 4 going.
Yeah. What would happen if they were to fuse?
Well, for one, there'd be a massive explosion. But then once all the matter coalesced back together, it'd probably form like a medium-sized yellow star. Nothing all that impressive, really.
So we couldn't use the explosion to get strange matter, could we? And we'd probably end up going kaput with the rest of everything else around here.
No, Mary's shields are strong enough to hold up to that. The amount of energy that it would give off would actually power the shields. It's just a matter of maintaining it so it doesn't overload anything.
How long would we have to maintain them?
Couple of weeks. Yeah, no, when stars explode, it's not a fast process.
Yeah.
That is planets worth of material right there.
Mm-hmm.
The other option is harvest what we can material-wise from this area. Warp ourselves over to the nearest area where we can keep doing it. Harvesting material, converting it into what we need.
I was under the assumption you were going to keep hollowing out entire systems and making it.
Oh, hey, Citron.
Is there like a... Hey, Citron. You don't think... did any of us ever check, like, the main storage of Mary? See if there's anything there we can use? Like the main cargo bay? Or storage warehouse?
I looked into it. Mary used up a lot of her own resources just keeping the station running in the state that it was when we found her.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping to continue buying resources from the station we were at until we were ready to actually leave on our own, but that didn't end up happening.
Now I knew whose fault that was.
Yeah.
And I guess we're not welcome back at that station anytime soon. Huh?
No, probably not.
Well, considering it doesn't exist anymore.
But
It tried to attack Mary. Operative word is try.
so, if it wouldn't give away our connection, I would say I could try to set up like a temporary buoy and see if someone could deliver some stuff out to us for some credits.
It would have to be set up right before we decide to leave.
Yeah.
And if we're setting up a buoy, then you could just shoot a message directly to whatever station we're heading to.
Do you know what the closest station is that we can get to with the amount of fuel we have?
I can double check on the dramatic exit. Doki should be able to calculate the nearest one and what their coordinate is.
Yeah, because even if it's temporary, I could shoot them a message like, hey, this is, blah, 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 and we're bringing a station in for repairs and fuel.
Not to be a downer, but I'm pretty sure they would think it's a joke. Hey, this is old Confederate Terran 14, bringing in an old Confederate Terran base station to your location. Clear a space that's 4 times the size of your station for us. Uh-huh.
Well, we don't have to land directly on top of them.
Well, no, but it's probably a good idea to make sure there's nothing in the way when we arrive.
Yeah.
Burgess returned and was muted this entire time, and is now angry.
3.
Well, I'd rather give them a heads up and hope that they take it seriously.
Raven kind of
Because
walks up. They look numb.
If we do keep harvesting, it's going to take a long time to get each planet individually.
At this rate, sure. You guys aren't very good at tactics games, are you?
Nope, I never really got into tactics until I joined the Terran military.
What are you talking about? Says Bird.
Trying to decide what our next course of action is going to be. If we want to set up a temporary extranet buoy to shoot a message to a nearby station, or if we want to keep on the course that we're doing.
Yeah, we're trying to decide if we want to harvest materials here or wait till we get to your whole planet and harvest that.
Good luck with the fungicide quantity you would need, but if not getting shot at again meant sending out a buoy is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the captain was saying, if I sent a message to a nearby station, we would hope that they took it seriously and not as a joke.
No, just say, well, we warned you, and then jump in. It'll be on them to not be twats about it, I suppose. Because space is no laughing matter. There's some bullshit out here, man.
In space, no one can hear you, Mom.
The captain will give one of the horns a poke. Bad.
Jingle jangle.
Hey,
that joke was bad. You feel bad.
I feel nothing. And just slowly spacing out lizard eyes.
I also feel nothing.
He's going through it finally. Hey, when you set up that extranet buoy, could you maybe send out a shout for, like, some spice? Our favorite
Yeah.
little ball of rage here is starting to kind of lose it.
Oh yeah, no, I know that look. I'm sorry, friend. But yeah,
Okay. Well, since you
just
guys are done making your cute little cities and, exploring the planets, I'm gonna go ahead and take over with the drones here, get this operation underway properly. I can probably have this whole system stripped in about a week.
Oh,
yeah, and just
I
make sure you have
why don't you
Doki
just
find the nearest station so I can shoot them a message
you strip the
and I
ashtrays
can,
first?
huh?
Yeah. Lizard lies down on the ground.
Hey, Raven, can you go get the medical bot from Dramatic Exit?
Sure thing. Kinda does a little salute. I will be back shortly, dear dad.
I'll have Mary work up some synthetic spice to keep them off the edge there. It's not as good as the real stuff, but it'll keep them off.
Let me die.
Not allowed.
Ah.
But yeah, I'll shoot. Once I get coordinates for the station, I'll shoot them a message, and I'll shoot a message to any like traveling traders to see if they have any spices, peppers, anything spicy.
Supply chain issues that items.
Just bird wanders back, kind of pushing, pulling, and you know how you like roll a gas cylinder? Like they're kind of doing that to
Yeah.
the drone. The drone just like,
Even though it has
Awkward.
wheels.
yeah, no, they lack the mass to efficiently move it. Just
Alright. A Medi
I
drone
have
will come by
retired.
with the injection, and the captain affixed it to the medical bot. Alright, they're gonna need 30 cc's every 2 hours.
You hear that, you damn tin can? Do what you need to do.
Do not upset
Stab
the
them.
robot.
Kind of
Stab
just
them,
kicks it.
my child.
Just kind of gives a little kick on one of the dopey ass wheels that was doing the shopping cart things.
Yeah, I could see that. Alright,
You know,
Zitrun,
Terrans upset robots once. It wasn't pretty.
you receive an injection of some substance that feels very familiar, but not quite as good. It's like low-quality spice.
You feel better, but lightly dissatisfied. In these trying times, it affects you similarly to taking a sip from your trusty Vault 26 canteen.
Got to.
Vault 34 canteen.
Ah!
Alright. We're gonna back off on the injections slowly. We'll get you some of the real stuff soon-ish.
Now it's fine. Let me withdraw.
I don't know. Without constant observation and proper medical treatment, it could be bad for your health.
Oh, yeah, you tell me what's bad for my health. Like, I don't know what's bad for my health.
I heard going through withdrawals cause cancer in the state of California.
California hasn't been a thing for eons.
But their mark on galactic society.
Sure they are.
is, you don't
As soon
know.
as they broke off from the rest of the Hamburger Kingdom, they became their own.
Yeah, and how long did they last?
About a week.
Exactly.
How can something so influential be so bad at existing?
Don't worry about it. We don't talk about it.
Ah, I feel better. Thank you for the distraction.
You're welcome. All right, but yeah, I'll shoot at him. I'll go start setting up the buoy.
I'll get the drones kicked into overdrive.
I'm gonna help.
Yes,
the
just let
buoy.
me withdraw.
Medical droid, don't let them withdraw. It's good for them.
It's been. Just let it die.
Actually, actually though, you not want to do the spice anymore, or should it be like a taper off thing?
I mean, it's
I
up
don't
to
know.
you, but I'm pretty sure their species actually needs spice to have like a healthy relationship.
I just need a little bit. I don't need that much.
Hey,
So
Okay.
should I go on the extra net for that, or should I get on the dark net for this?
It's illegal in most systems.
it is very
Dark
illegal.
net.
Yeah.
Dark net.
Oh no,
Gotcha.
it's illegal even on the darknet.
Oh really?
I
How is Jade gonna find that then?
Oh, that sounds like a you problem.
Is she gonna have to go to like the sub dark net or something?
There- I mean, I don't know if you want to go back to the SoulNet, but you could.
I mean, how else is she gonna find it? At least on Mary, it's somewhat a little more intact.
I mean, yeah, you could have a
Wait.
wander around Mary's chunk of the SoulNet.
Wait a minute. Since Mary is there, she could get like defenses for things in the soul net.
Yeah.
Ah.
no.
But yeah, Jade's gonna take Raiden and they'll start preparing the buoy. She's not gonna launch it yet, but she's just gonna start preparing it.
Alright. And, Stitcher, did you want to get off of the spice, or did you want to keep doing that?
I mean, realistically, as people don't need it.
Well, yeah, that's just a
And-
stereotype. The captain doesn't know better.
Yeah, he'd like to stay off of it. That's why he didn't try to get any more before, somebody blew up the station. Because it wasn't exactly his idea to get on it. But it's one of those, well, I'm here now and I gotta do it or else.
Yeah.
Also, 30 cc's is way too fucking much.
I don't know.
Yeah,
is that-
that's
CCs
fine,
and
actually.
mLs are the same.
Oh, that's-
30 cc's is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. And you realize a lot more than people think. You build up a resilience to it. You just have to keep pumping it in.
30 cc's every 2 hours is like the full 2 hours.
Bird, take the VI droid out of here. If it injects me again, I'm going to break its arm off and stick it in someone's ass.
Oh, okay. Droid drone metal thing. Stop it. Come with me. I might stub my finger, and I would like preventative medical care. Not with spice.
Come on.
It is going to recommend a thimble.
I need dexterity. Damn it.
Jade. Oh, Raven, you want to feel something interesting?
That's a story for another time. I feel, but
No, come on. I'll explain while we work on the buoy.
oh, okay. Yes, I'm interested then.
This one's gonna go. He's gonna crawl his way to the gym, and he's gonna go sweat out his anger and his pain for an unknown amount of time.
Cardio's good for sweating.
You're good for sweating. That's a fair point, actually. I'm sorry. I'm in a weird place right now.
Where would they have to go to set up the buoy?
The top.
Probably a cargo hold somewhere.
Huh?
The top. You'd have to do a spacewalk and install it on the outside.
Okay. So, before they get started, Jade's gonna look at Raven. Yeah, let me see your finger.
Eh. They get two little 3-finger hands. Just eh.
She's gonna take one of his fingers and put it like where the jaw connects, and he can feel like 3 little nodes that have been capped off and covered.
See? Are you an android?
I concur.
Or a
No.
cyborg?
Yeah. No, this was when I was in the game.
Oh,
They had me
that's
on.
right.
They had me on a Electrium.
Oh, wait. I thought that was like made illegal like 40 years ago. How old are you?
I'm like 100 years old.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Terrans grow to be old.
There are many misconceptions that have just been dismantled in Bird's brain. Huh.
But no, so yeah, no, I know what. Well, not exactly. I've never been on Spice, but withdrawals ain't fun. So I kind of feel bad for Citroen.
Yeah, no, I've heard it's bad.
Because what Electrium did, what it would do is it would kind of suppress all of the internal robotics I have, like all the nanomachines, but also heighten natural senses. So while I was in computer systems, I could sense the slightest change. If one number changed in something, I could sense it.
Well, that seems useful.
But it is highly addictive.
Yeah, that's why people usually don't survive getting fired by one of the banks.
Yeah.
When all you've been doing for 2 years is monitoring bank accounts.
So, yeah, Jade will suit up in her spacesuit, and she will take Raven out with her to the top to set up the buoy.
And because I know somebody's going to be a turd, yes, Raven also suits up before leaving.
Godama.
Jade will do a little comms check to make sure that the comms are still working in the suit.
You just get a half-hearted squawk as a reply. They are mentally drained and they're kind of just running on basic autopilot.
Oh. So how long is it going to take Jade and Raven to set up the buoy?
Couple of hours. You gotta
Okay.
open up a couple of panels and connect the red wire to the green wire, and then the green wire to the green wire. And you gotta connect the black wire to the blue wire, and you gotta,
Scotch Fox.
then you gotta power it on, and then connect the red wire to the green wire. Then connect the white wire to the black wire.
So she's gonna prepare it, but she's not gonna connect it to the actual net white yet. She's still waiting on the thing
I
from
will
the
no longer
captain.
be helping the party for 8 days.
Well, why is that?
That's how long it's gonna take him to get off his shit. I don't know, because I know that drug withdrawal can be anywhere from 3 to 4 days, up to 2 or 3 weeks. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do a D20.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
No, I'll be here in session, but like, he's pretty much gonna be exclusively in the gym. Only leaving to get food.
Yeah.
Get those gains. Alright, just let me know what you're working on at any time and figure out what you're...
All day to day is arms.
Muscle.
Yeah, muscles for now. And yeah, I'll let you know.
The funny thing is some animals have muscles that squeeze muscle glands. You could actually exercise muscles.
True.
God damn it.
Yeah. So how long is Vivian going to be asleep for the duration of Jade and Raven being tech nerds outside connecting up the buoy?
Well, it says the dice say she's still asleep, but let's see. I gotta use a dice roller to see how many hours.
Dropped a wrench. If she wakes up, it's because they dropped a wrench and it doinked on a window somewhere.
Yeah, so she for another 2 hours. So while they're out there, um, she would eventually wake up.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entire time it takes them to set up the movie.
Just about, apparently.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys get that set up, come back in. While you guys are out there, you would have seen the captain sending out a bunch of drop pods and then a couple of rockets to the other planets in the system.
Oh.
Just. Oh. I think I know what they're talking about when they said strategy game now. That makes sense.
Yeah. I was never the best at strategy. That's why they put me in the drop troopers.
Well, what is it? Is a strategy of not getting shot in the face is different than strategy of gathering stuff.
Yeah.
Being a drop trooper
Basically,
is pretty
my
brain
job.
dead easy, yeah. You get dropped into an area, if anything moves, shoot it.
Drop into an area and be violently racist. Wait.
Be violently socialist.
This also works. And that wasn't meant as a jab at previous unfortunate incidences, I will say. That was just like, hey, you're fighting aliens, go be violently racist.
Yeah, look, sometimes it's okay to have racism in a fantasy game. You're playing the
it's
game
going to
get
happen.
away from reality. When you have other legitimately sapient... See, god damn it, I almost said it again. I keep wanting to say satient, which is not a word.
Sapient. There we go.
Other legitimately sapient races of, which, I mean, if you really want to get technical about it, there are other species. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a bit of racism.
Yeah, you can't get away from it. It's literally how it's going to be. Sometimes races don't like each other.
Racism doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, everyone knows black guys have a bigger dick than white guys, and white guys have a bigger dick than Asian guys.
Unless it's in porn, then that's true.
Unless it's in porn, in which case everything's backwards.
It all depends on the tags.
I guess.
But anyways,
I mean, porn is the medium where ugly fat bastards can get laid.
damn it. Yeah. But so when Jade comes back in, she's gonna ask the captain about if he found a station nearby that she could communicate with.
Yeah, there's two. There's one, 12 clicks off that way, and he was working on coordinating the drones, but he'll just bring up a map on the screen that he's at, and there's one over here that's actually gone dark.
Gone dark.
Well, yeah, they're not putting out any signal anymore. Not a whole lot of power. Basic survival stuff going on. Groups are still going to get interesting stuff.
That sounds nefarious. Let's go purchase illicit goods.
No, I'd rather not take a chance at anything like that. I'll send a message to the one that's active. And I'll see if there's any traveling merchants around.
Let's see. Ships and gates. Got a cargo freighter traveling from this. That's their carry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
It is allergy season.
300 S
Yeah.
of what do you- that's um they're also carrying 20 IT and 10 of
That's a bomb.
I think this cargo is either going to be a bomb or bomb. Let's see.
Yeah.
This one is a liner.
We're just getting.
This one over here is transporting apparently an entire cargo hold hyper alloys.
Huh.
This one is delivering the new line of iDroids. What?
Smug Sun is better.
Oh yeah, no, I also prefer using Smug Sun products.
I feel called out.
Good.
Why?
Am I called out? Are you being a piece of
No.
shit? Is that what's going on here? I feel like somebody's
No.
being a piece of shit. I might just be overly sensitive,
doing-
but it feels like someone's being a piece of shit.
Sounds like you're being a little insecure, but no one's calling you out on anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At least you didn't buy or at least you didn't buy Maple.
That's
That's a fucking cult.
the iDroids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the iDroids are just heading out into LARP. They're probably not going to actually impact anything we have to learn about them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys wanted to LARP, you could definitely make some money there. Or magic.
Gee,
Just
Can you hear the air
pretentious.
quotes?
Oh yeah, a lot of the magic over there is technology, nanobots, tractor presser beam, stuff like that.
gee. Still cool.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember reading a statistic somewhere that Terran magic like 10 times more effective at controlling nanos than a trained team of 12
Yeah.
I don't know, something to do with visualization, imagination, or something like that. I didn't finish.
The machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Guess they fucking are. Half the time I can't tell what actually.
Good.
I'm
You
not
have
convinced
confused
that
the
you are
tendrils.
always thinking.
That in itself is an enigma.
Anyways, I'm gonna go boot up the buoy and shoot a quick message to that station.
Alright. We should probably encrypt it so that we don't get pirates coming this way thinking they can actually raid this place.
I plan on it.
Let them raid. We'll just let them into the lower levels.
It's more
They
of
will
a,
not do well.
more of a hassle. Because
Oh,
then
no.
someone's gonna die, and then someone's gonna want revenge.
We'll just feed them
It's
to
a
Mary.
cycle.
Hey, that's a sustainable way to continue keeping Mary topped up on matter, like brain matter and stuff, so she can get smarter. That's how that works, right?
No, that's not how that works.
No,
Aw. She seems nice.
Jade. I'll put it through a decryption.
Alright.
What an encryption. So
Or
Jade is
strange
gonna
words.
go and just follow me and listen. Don't touch anything while I'm talking.
Touch
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Oh, promises
Huh?
on everything you said there just now.
So what class of station is Mary? Does it have an actual identification?
Oh boy. Mary is a classification of station. It's one of the few that are actually able to whereas a lot of stations are built in a gravity well and just kind of stay in one spot. Usually at a Lagrange point so that they don't have to keep adjusting themselves.
Yeah, I'm so glad you know that.
What?
Lagrange points. They're fucking neat.
Yeah.
They're very niche, but they're really neat.
If you launch an object at the right time, you can get it to travel from the inner planet to the outer planet, like almost no fuel.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how we got the Voyagers to do what the Voyagers do. But, you know, not to pull off track.
Yes, actually. That was more gravity well based.
Gravitational.
Does Mary have an identification code?
Let me see if I can remember. Because it's gonna need to be up. And Mary hasn't done that. Because Mary definitely has an ID, but it's an old parent back when the Confederacy was in control. Then it's gonna need to get updated when the collective was the thing, and get updated after that when planetary counts errands, rest of the fighters.
How long is it going to take to update?
It's gonna take an hour to go through all the paperwork.
Okay. So does Jade have to do this, or the captain?
The captain has to do this.
Jade will, finding out the station ID, she's going to look at it. Fuck.
Yes, this ID
I
is
didn't push
12
any buttons.
characters long. It needs to be 48 characters long.
Jade's going to, no, you see this ID?
Yeah.
That's an old ID. Fuck.
Oh, it does look kind of small. Like that first station where we all met. That one had 62, didn't it?
No, this one's gonna have to have 48 characters. As a fraction of that.
Apparently, my email thing decided to update itself. It's going to delete all the notifications at the same time.
712.
Hey, yo, I heard you
the
like the
right
updates.
time to update all of.
Yeah.
And
No,
she's gonna see if she can pull the captain up on the comms. Hey, Cap. Slight problem. The ID is from Confederacy times.
Sure is.
He's like, yep.
What about it?
So how? Huh?
Yeah. What about it?
Don't we have to update it to actually get Mary vetted?
Put a bunch of zeros at the end.
Okay, you're the boss.
No, he's not the boss. He's Dear Dad.
I heard that.
I know. I said I had my finger on the button.
Well, make me come over there and bend you over. I haven't had any Snooki in 2 months.
Wait a minute. This took a different kind of turn. I was just
Jade.
Just lets off the button.
I feel like as soon as they got alone in the gym, you just hear station play My Name is Murder. It is so loud in there. He does not know what this metal is, but he enjoys it.
But
I could see it.
Jade's gonna just put a bunch of zeros at the end of the code of the station ID. I really hope so.
It's not like they can stop Mary once she's there. She's super strong.
Putting a bunch of zeros at the end does not, in fact, work.
And it didn't work.
Beginning.
Cat, god damn it! All of you have cat brain.
Cap, it didn't work. she's gonna put him at the beginning. And see if that works.
Okay, I was joking about this. Let me double verify the odds. And with a 100, it does in fact work.
Oh, hey, it worked.
I didn't touch. Oh, it worked?
It worked.
There's just a little red button that has slightly malformed polymer from what looks to be beacon prints.
Jesus. And
Jesus,
does the station have an actual? Does the station have an actual name?
The station itself does not have a name. Just the intelligence that's running it.
So what? This is Terran Cruiser Station Mary. Identification. That long ass number he sent.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Mary's. Fuck me. Jade is going to start running an encryption and see if she can start up a communication with the station that is active.
Station, you need to deviate light seconds to the left. Negative, you need to deviate 2 light seconds to the right. Negative, we need you to move 2 light seconds to the left. Cannot comply. We need you to move 2 light seconds to the right.
Is that what Jade hears?
That's essentially what it comes down to. Like, we need you to deviate this far. Well, I can't do that. You need to deviate yourself this far. Well, we can't do that. Look, this is a Terran Confederacy vessel armed with nuclear salvos and, you know, this giant list of things that it can do to fuck your day up. We're a lighthouse. That's your call.
That actually happened with a fucking Navy destroyer. Yes!
No, it was a fucking skit. I love the concept, but it is all misinformation. It was a skit that fucking got believed by too many people, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Yeah.
110%.
Now, the Chinese dude meowing at the naval vessel, that was a thing.
That was real.
Fuck, what the fuck even was that?
Someone who barely spoke any language, let alone English.
Yeah.
The man spoke half a language.
Jade's gonna. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
I mean, I already told you essentially what was gonna happen.
Oh.
You're sending messages back and forth, and they're pretty much like, we can't move, you're gonna have to deviate your course, and Mary's calculations are like, no, we have to land there.
Burn it down, who cares?
Well, I guess today we chose violence.
No, we don't.
Well, they're not gonna move, and we can't not move, so their mass plus acceleration means right of way.
Well, yeah, I guess in a weird.
So what? It's either crash into that station or go somewhere else?
I mean, 2 light
Or
seconds
what?
is actually a long fucking distance. You're not gonna crash into them, but
Okay.
the gravity wells are gonna interact.
So, do you like math?
No.
Hey Jay, do you like math?
Jade, no.
I bet Shadow likes math.
He does not.
Does Nick like math? I think Nick likes math.
Nick does not like math.
I confirm, Nick.
Why are you bringing me into this? Concern.
Suddenly Shadow.
Oh, we all know
Concern.
Shadow doesn't like math. I mean, you've seen how many times they fucked up.
Yeah.
They knew
Yeah.
the risk, they're just really bad at math.
Yeah. The one time his math was successful is when he got Siri as a wife.
Instructions unclear. Accidentally married super demon.
Instructions unclear, accidentally laid BB.
Accidentally laid daughter of previous BBEG.
Bold of you to assume that people could have handled him as BBEG.
Bold of you to assume they're anything. They are sexless. Okay.
One simply does not bone a bone.
One does not comprehend the amount of sex appeal that a bag of bones can have.
But moving on.
No.
Wow, sensitive. Wow.
Wow, God.
Wow.
Wow. You can really dance.
Wow. You can really dance.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't bully you this much. It's just fun.
To be fair, I bully everyone equally.
I mean,
When
yeah,
am I
you
not
do.
bullying people? Like Ivy and her giant ass.
But you see, I can't bully you because you'll just shove your dick down my throat.
Exactly! I have the ultimate defense.
And I can't bully, you know, the Durg because Durgs eat Kitsune.
Yeah. Derg will eat you ass first.
And I can't bully Ivy because they're just too goddamn adorable.
And will also fuck your face.
They will mathematically fuck my face.
A mathematical algorithm as to how you're about to get read.
Well, either way.
I've got 5 papers of equations right here that says you're fucked.
Either way. Jade says, look, we have... What? How long is it going to take for them... Like, what the captain say, a week?
The captain said a week. Mary's optimistic prediction is 3 days.
Jade's going to put it in, like, 5 days. Jade, look, we have 5 days until we launch. We can't change our coordinates.
What?
What?
Did you say anything? Oh,
Did you not hear me?
my headphones did a fucky.
No, Jade was saying, look, we have 5 days until we have to leave. Please figure something out.
Okay.
I'm concerned. I just got a notification on the game that one of my members in my squad, after being left in a brothel alone all day, they have gained the nickname The Heater. Why?
The what?
The Heater. What?
Okay then.
I don't know.
Okay.
They are now The Heater.
Maybe they're just warm.
Word is retort. I do apologize for the delirium.
Maybe they have
Hello,
an
Ford.
unnatural burning feeling.
No, here's the best part. It's a Chinese chick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it though, but like, I love seeing that pop up that her nickname is now The Heater. Okay.
Oh,
Something like
that's
that.
nice.
So does that mean they're a grade A dick former now?
I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't show you weird things that happen. It's just like, here's a thing that happened. Enjoy. And
Maybe this weekend.
Can you do this for me again?
Sure. Some PVC, coolers and some ice. Yeah, we could do that.
Well, the station just reiterates to you that no, they cannot move. They do not possess thrusters to be able to move the station.
Raven. Is it text-based communication or is it vocal?
It's text.
Oh,
It's
Raven
text.
kind of like shimmies in between Jade and the console. Provide
Jade's not
alternate. Oh.
No.
No. Flick reaches up and kind of flicks her in the nose. Give me a second.
No, stop.
Just
Roll on.
suggest. What is it? Just kind of types up in there. Requesting alternate landing location calculation.
They can't provide that because they don't know what the mass of the station is and what method of it's using.
Just
Can Jade give that information?
No. Like,
Bird just kind of types in. We kind of just appear. Suggest aiding in alternate landing solution or location solution or something to that effect. Fuck.
What do you mean you just appear?
I am not a scientician. Long and short of it is, station go bloop. What? Jade, what? Do you remember what they call it when the station moves?
No. Look.
Captain, what's the station warp we use?
Huh?
What's the station used to move? Like the appearing thing. No, like what's the warp called?
Oh, it's a pinhole warp.
Pinhole warp. We just kind of poof. Send.
You expect me to believe that you're going to use a type of warp that's only theoretical to appear in a location around this station?
Do you want to call my bluff? Send.
Jade's gonna move.
Raven chomps her fingers. Now!
That's
Call my bluff, I dare you.
That's 2 unarmed attacks you have to roll now.
Who?
Yomps. Yomps that again. Fuck off!
Okay, 3 unarmed attack rolls.
That was a D4, or was that a D6? I can't remember.
D4, I think.
Yeah.
4 times. So it's 4, 3, 4, and 1.
Alright, for the 4s, add a d20 to those.
God.
No, it was the D6 though, wasn't it?
Raven's about to get thrown.
We're using the what?
Oh right, you're using the step up for crits. So yeah,
crits,
you would just roll the next die up on the max result.
Oh,
Yes,
so that would be.
So on those 4s, you rolled some D6s.
Yeah, so on those 2 4s, it's a 1 and a 3.
Alright, so add all that together.
As a 4, 4, a 3, and a 1, 8, 11, 12, 13, 16.
Alright, Jade, you have received 6 damage.
Jade's about to throw Raven.
The last
She's gonna
Raven
point at
typed in.
No. Jade's gonna point at him. Bite me again, or type something in there. After I told you, let me do the talking, I'm going to throw you.
Oh, you're gonna have to throw me. They just hit enter. Sending call my bluff, I dare you.
You've been blocked.
Oh, I guess we're warping.
Jade is going to throw Raven.
Okay. Make a grapple check.
Ignite's not even attempting. This is deserved.
Alright, in that case,
Hold on,
makes a
I got it.
physicality.
Okay. Jade's not happy with Raven. Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull up my sheet. Because that's an 89 plus 3. 92.
92
Oh.
minus 29, and you're in a hallway that's only like 15 foot wide. Raven has encountered a problem with windows.
But
I simply sped along the inevitable. Why are you punishing me?
Because now, if we show up there, they might shoot at us.
I already gave them an ultimatum. It's not my fault they didn't believe me.
Meanwhile, on the other station, damn kids.
It
No,
appears
yeah,
as though Raven's mental state has chosen violence. This is not my fault.
Oh yeah, like, I don't know how they got onto the official communication lines, but they were talking about like this form of warp that's theoretical. Like somehow someone invented that. Ooh.
Raven really wants to call that bluff. They already called the bluff. They really just want to deliver La La West to Zoop.
Captain.
I'm building drones. What?
Yes, I know. We've been blocked.
Okay, so warp anyway. You
I
tried.
told
You
them
just hear
5
down the
days.
hallway.
Look, you tried to warn them. They didn't believe you. From the sounds of it, I could hear you throw Raven against the wall.
They shunned me for
they-
they did not like. It's because you wouldn't let me finagle this. They chose violence. This is on them. Raven's feeling better.
Look, we'll just warp there, and when their station inevitably drifts towards Mary, Mary can assume that it's a threat, and then we can pickpocket all the survivors.
Oh, does that mean we can take up slaving? I hear that's very lucrative.
No!
That sounds kind of like you have to talk to Citroen about that. They probably know more about that than I do. I'm more in the business of killing slavers myself.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm simply rolling with the punches, or in this case, rolling with the getting thrown for finagling our situation.
Yeah, Zitron's, yeah, you gotta go talk to him if you want to talk to him. You're gonna have to go
And
give him a notice.
Jade's gonna. I need some booze. She's gonna see if she can find a bar on the station.
I mean, yeah, there's a bar. It was the first room you entered.
That's where she's going.
Hey, see if you can come up with some new music for Mary to play over the speaker. This is pretty and all, but I've been hearing it for the last 3 days.
Who, me? Or
Yes.
Zitron?
Yes, you.
Oh,
You're-
I can't play
you're on
music
the-
right now. I'm on my phone.
You're on the computer all the time. I'm sure you could find something.
Yeah, not right now, but I can probably find something.
You're talking about in character.
Oh,
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Thick skull, big ass.
well, while she's at the bar, she's gonna see if she can find some new music.
I feel like that should have warranted a titty punch.
That really should have.
I.
You know, you're gonna take some damage when you open your computer.
It's going to be
Why?
going to sizzle the end of your titty.
Because Raven decided to use their beak to hit some of the buttons.
They're
And what happened?
very.
They're sharp now.
She's gonna type. What the fuck? Raven! Jade is angry
Engie.
You
because
motherfucker.
she has told everybody repeatedly her laptop is probably the most important thing to her right now.
Wow.
So the spiky points on the keys were not intentional. Literally just lack of dexterity and having essentially a big thumb on their face. It's an extra digit for them.
It looks like Braille on the spacebar.
Calm down. Calm down. They're a bird. They only got 3 fingers. They're not superior and have 5 fingers like you.
You could always take the keys off and print up replacements. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. She knows. She's just a little kerfuffled right now.
Raven is the skip dialogue button. You'll get an outcome, it just might not be the one you wanted.
I so want to have a script in dialogue-heavy games where if it detects you're skipping the dialogue too fast, it just changes the outcome.
It just RNGs your ass.
Alright, so what's Jade gonna get, wise? Got some nice Chardonnay, there's a couple of barrel-aged whiskey. There's, what is it? Dirty Shirley Temples in, like, bottles up there. There's a couple of, twisted limes. There's a couple of, hard lemonades. Hard ciders. There's soft drinks for mixing with, like, rum and Coke and stuff. And Coke. And Coke. And the fourth kind of Coke.
She's gonna take some of the whiskey and she's gonna make her an old fashioned.
Alright, with or without ice?
With.
Okay. The bar is actually kind of cool. It doesn't give you, like, you know, square cubes of ice. It gives you, like, the big
Oh, those are neat.
the big ones that, like, fill the entire fucking cup.
Yeah, proper whiskey ice.
No, I mean, like, you get a drinking glass, and you plonk the ice all in there, and it slides about halfway down before getting stuck.
So by the time it actually starts letting the booze that leaks past it back up, it's so cold.
Perfect for, you know, mixed drinks and stuff.
Pain. Pain, the liquid.
Pain. The top layer is all fizzy and bubbly, and the bottom layer is angy. And then you tip the glass a little bit too far back, and it all splashes in your face. It's wonderful.
Wait a minute.
It needs one of those caps like they have on the Ramune bottles.
Or you just get jacked in your front teeth by the one errant ice cube. Just
No! Ah, no! I know that. I can feel that now.
It's not quite as bad as when you get shaved ice on the back of your teeth.
Yeah, and an old fashioned is just some whiskey, simple syrup, and a couple dashes of bitters.
Yeah.
dash your bitters.
Boy.
Wait.
I actually prefer my Shirley Temples with bitters.
My aunt
Okay,
actually
you're allowed
cooks
to be
with,
wrong.
with fucking bitters.
Really?
Yeah. She has a couple of dishes that are just god awful without them. Like, it's just the whole flavor profile and everything is wrong.
Interesting.
I don't know what the fuck they are. They're really good, though. I think she does it for, like, soups and things, too. Just, like, one or two in a big old pot. It's weird. I don't chemistry and me are not on first name basis.
Bitters are like really concentrated. That's why you really need only like a few drops in a drink. Because if you put too much, you'll overpower the booze and you'll just taste the bitters.
Oh no, not in a Shirley Temple. Like 1/3 of the drink is bitter.
Yeah, I mean, in a Shirley Temple, yeah, but Shirley Temple's different than an old fashioned.
Oh yeah, an old fashioned is like what, a cup of booze?
Yeah, it's booze.
Like the
booze, a couple
measurement
dashes.
cup.
No. It's like usually like an ounce and a half of booze, some simple syrup, and a couple dashes of bitters.
Yeah.
I dare you to eat a tablespoon of bitters right now.
I don't have bitters.
You work at an alcohol selling establishment and you don't have bitters on your person?
Yeah, because bitters are expensive. I could get a cheap bottle of booze for how much some of those bitters are. Because, like, there's some bitters that are like $20.
Oh,
Fuck that. I go to bars where they have the bitters on like a soda fountain.
oh 10, 15 more minutes.
Your bars seem expensive.
Especially like the scorpion bitters that has an actual scorpion in it.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
about my reaction to that information.
Right? Yes. Give me necrotic bug.
Thank. Okay, so Jade's
Yeah,
getting
it's like a
drunk.
spicy bitters.
Raven is being a gremlin. Citron is exercising. Vivian is doing.
She's
think
kind of
that-
hanging out now.
Just
How
hanging
durable
out.
is the? How
Like,
durable are
she's
the walls?
available for people who want to hang out with her.
The
and
walls
stuff.
in the gym are very durable. There's a
well,
layer
good.
of 2-inch thick rubber, and it's got like those buttons to like hold it in sort of like a cushion shape. And then under that, there's a layer of foam. It's not like hard foam like for ice coolers. It's like the squishy foam.
Cool.
And then
like shock absorbing type.
yeah, mostly shock absorbing stuff. And then under that, there's a layer of ply steel, just different laminates of steel in different layers, like plywood but metal.
Ooh, is it OSB steel?
It is not.
That would be kind of pretty, though.
Well, you can't see it. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got the actual stations beyond that. So, if you guys choose to throw something, regardless of how heavy it is, it's probably not going to do damage to the hull.
Good. He's gonna definitely throw things in his anger.
Javelin's a barbell. It comes back with an uncomfy amount of force. Eh?
So yeah, he's pretty much spending the rest of the day doing weightlifting, and then tomorrow will be cardio, and then it'll be probably more weightlifting.
Alright. Let's see. Since you're mad, let's go ahead and call it.
Great training.
Yeah, it is training. Body
Raining, if you would.
raging.
Raining.
Yeah.
Raining.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, rice, chicken. Oh, rice.
Chicken or rice. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Rise.
Roll a
After she had her
1d6.
drink.
Hold on. Roll a 1d6 for
Okay.
every half hour you're training.
Okay. How many hours are left in the day?
That really depends on if you're gonna go to sleep when the station decides it's nighttime.
He's gonna go to sleep when it's nighttime, but until then, train.
There should be 6 hours left in it. And
Okay,
you're gonna get a success on the number for the die for what hour it is.
I rolled 6 1d6.
We're just gonna step away for a moment.
I got a 1, a 3, a 4, a 4, and a 6 apparently.
Uh, 66 would be 3 hours.
Let me roll again.
Okay, let's say that you get a success on 6. You've already got, what was it, 2?
Alright, so we'll just do that. Super shake! And 2 more successes. Okay, fine.
Okay. So, by the end of the day, you've got 4 successes under your belt. Go ahead and count those towards your fail counter.
You should go in there and poke him. Someone should fight him, see what happens.
Nope. Not it.
Do it. Good.
Nope. Not gonna.
That's up to an 8 on that one.
Because if Jade enters and spooks Zitrune, he's probably gonna catch a barbell to the face.
A fully loaded weightlifting bar.
Yeah.
He's up to casual. He's up to repeated 250-pound lift.
He's gonna get to that point where he's doing the ladder climb with weighted bar.
It's easiest for him to de-stress by doing a lot of doing weightlifting. It's the best thing you can think of because he can't fight his friends and they don't do his customs where when one of them is suffering, they get into a fight. So, fine, he'll take it out on inanimate objects inside of the gym for the next course of 8 days, only stopping to eat and shower.
There are those training dummies you can smack around.
Yeah, but do you really want Zitrune breaking all the training dummies?
Just throw them in the nanoform.
May just do that then.
Ah.
No, come back, you bitch!
Bastard! They killed Kenny.
Absolute charlatan, return.
How dare!
Welcome back, you absolute charlatan.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh. What? No, nothing. God damn it, you dinguses.
If anyone looks outside, you can see the captain is still sending shuttles down to the planet and it's rapidly turning into a metallic finish.
Good.
I think Vivian would be kind of sad because she wanted to preserve all the life. She's a tree hugger, it seems.
I don't know, everything you've encountered so far either wants to kill you or run away. Vivian's just hanging out. What constitutes hanging out for?
Good.
Probably wandering around, checking in on all the others, and that sort of thing. Let's see now. How far into the day are they? She probably needs to eat again. I think everyone probably ought to eat again.
Yeah.
Well, Zitron's probably not going to eat anything until right before they go to bed.
Yeah.
For everyone else, there's still 6 hours left in the day. It's almost lunchtime-ish.
Jade didn't drink enough to get drunk. She just had enough. She just had the one drink to calm herself down a little bit.
Yes. placebos.
Yeah. I mean, it's worked.
That's not doubting placebos. I mean, I can manipulate the placebo effect to get myself drunk whenever I feel like it. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you're wandering around, Jade's in the bar, Raven is skittering around like a gremlin, the captain is down at the launching bay, assembling drones in various configurations. The Troon is in the gym, and Dave is in the garden.
Interesting. Wonder what he's doing there.
I just realized something.
What's that?
The aged whiskey on the shuttle, the barrel-aged whiskey, is probably some of the most expensive whiskey Jade's drinking since it's aged like 500 years.
Yeah.
That's some top shelf stuff. Well, I think that Vivian would probably make herself useful by assisting the captain with the drones.
Alright. The captain will put you to work collecting parts by name and number. He'd give you a list of things to collect, like, I need component Q7 and panel B12. Bring them over here, and then a half-inch socket. You know, stuff like that. A gopher.
That could work. She could do that nice and easily.
And yes, that whiskey you're having is very expensive. It would probably cost all of the money you've earned working with the captain. The drink that you have.
Jade, this is gonna hit Jade. She's gonna look at the drink and look at the bottle. Jackpot.
Oh, speaking of money, before the session is over, and I forget again, the money from the science you did on that xenoplanet with the biologist finally came in. Everyone is going to get 1,200,000 credits.
Okay, let's see.
Also,
Can someone message that to me? I'm driving.
I like how Zitrun is just casually sitting on almost 3 million credits now.
The captain's sitting on maybe 500, because whenever he gets money to his sister.
The lizard does not know what to spend it on.
Speaking of, how much does the captain owe, or how much do they need for his sister's thing?
More than you have.
A lot. More than they've earned. It's a process.
I've just been counting it all as thorium, because that's credit.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So, like, you remember how the captain mentioned that their immortality program that they went through was, like, different, and that it was, like, overlaying neural templates without the scorching? So, yeah. So for any sort of mental impairment problem, they can't just go to a normal parent doctor. They have to go to somebody that actually understands what's going on, so they don't erase their sister's personality. And on top of that, the technique that they have to actually fix it is a slow process, because the brain has to heal on its own. It can't just be fixed.
Yeah.
So they gotta pay for the actual therapy, they gotta pay for the living costs, they gotta pay for the doctor's time and effort, they gotta pay for their nursing staff, and then on top of all of that, they gotta pay taxes on all the transfer fees to get it from credits into currency they actually accept. He's doing his best. He's been able to support her so far.
Yeah.
Okay, it is almost the end of the session. Everybody get their new bank balances set up.
Yes,
And
got
someone-
that in there.
Can someone message me mine? I'm driving.
Yeah, I'll say.
Already in. 1,200,000 credits.
Thank you.
I should edit that so it's not just a random number in there. There. It's warm. Damn it.
It is warm.
There's that heat wave.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, never mind. I already sent you that message. Never mind.
Fuck it.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking about getting ready to get dressed and.
So, yeah.
All
I've
right,
got
nerd
drill
boy.
tomorrow and Sunday.
I'm gonna leave and get ready for work.
Huh?
I'm gonna leave and get ready for it. See you guys a little bit later if anybody's on Discord or something.
I'll be
Well, well,
online.
right.
Maybe not Discord, but you know, just shoot me a message and I'll hop on.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
I'll go ahead and end the recording here.